Okay, so this is the final true episode of the series, or at least of the season. I hope they bring it back for a second season, but this is the final episode of the series for the most part. There are going to be a couple extra episodes, but this episode was fitting for a series finale. So, what happened was after Rimuru brings all the children to the Dwelling of Spirits, they all pray one by one to summon a spirit, and with the exception of Kenya, who is outright summons a superior spirit, and it infuses with him after taking a liking to him, Rimuru has to combine several lesser spirits together and infuse them into the children after creating them into a greater spirit. And with all but one exception, this does work. But then Chloe walks up to step up and get her own superior spirit, and things get interesting. So everything seems normal, like it should, and it looks like things are going to go smoothly and normally, like everybody else has. And Chloe even pronounces her love to Rimuru, and Rimuru remarks internally that she should have waited a few years to say that, but he's glad that she's that fond of him. But anyway, Chloe kneels down, prays like all the others, but then something weird happens, and she winds up summoning something that isn't a spirit. And I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it looks a lot like Chloe as an adult, and Veldora even gives a reaction of it from inside Rimuru. So Rimuru immediately knows that something isn't quite right about it, and then this thing flies through the air a couple times, kisses Rimuru on the lips, and then fuses into Chloe. And for a moment we get to see what the true form of this thing is, and it looks like the hero that's been foreshadowed since the beginning. And the implication of this is that this creature, whatever it is the reborn spirit of the hero that is now infused inside of Chloe. So, yeah, the implications here are that, yes, this thing isn't a spirit, but it is a spirit-like entity, and now it's set up the idea of being reincarnated as Chloe, which is something that's going to be interesting, because Chloe is, I don't know, it's implied here that there's something deeper to Chloe that we don't quite understand and the show didn't have time to explore, because this is only the 23rd episode and they have said that this is going to be the series finale and that the next episode is going to be an extra special. So we'll see. So we're not going to be seeing much else after this. But it's implied here that Chloe has something deeper to her that is only just implied in the episode. But it does work, and it does get rid of the wanton magical degeneration that's going on inside Chloe, and Chloe is able to finally live a long, healthy life now, as well as the rest of the children. And Rimuru gets back and tells Yuki the good news, and then provides him with a series of comic books to keep him quiet so that he doesn't ask any questions about what happened. And that's kind of smart. And then Rimuru watches the children play and reflects on everything he's gone through up till this point, which is a pretty fitting way to end the series, because it shows his beginnings as a humble slime that had been reincarnated after being stabbed to death, up to where he is now, which is the leader of his own nation. So yeah, this is definitely an interesting way to end the series. And then it actually plays the credit sequence first before the end of the episode, which is unusual to say the least. And during the credits sequence, we can see all of the characters Rimuru has met and befriended over the years going about their business, doing whatever it is they're doing with their lives. We see the leader of the Lizard Men reflecting and stuff. And for the most part, the showcase of this is the village itself and how people are still working to make it bigger and better than ever before. And that's definitely interesting. And I do want to see how this village continues to progress. But that's not where the episode ends, because immediately after, we see two things happen. So first off is that Rimuru is being spied on by some dude with a crystal ball. We don't learn his name in the episode, but he implies that he's going to be watching Rimuru very closely and trying to learn the secrets of the world. and will be continuing to stalk Rimuru from now on. And he does, because in the final scenes of the episode, we do see what I can only presume to be his lackey, or maybe even him himself. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But it's presumed that he is watching Rimuru through whoever this guy is, as well as through his crystal ball, although it could be possible that he's just watching him through the crystal ball and this other guy's unrelated, but he's related to somebody else that is stalking Rimuru. So, yeah, Rimuru definitely has made some enemies, apparently, and we're probably going to be seeing those in a later season or in the manga, because they did adapt a manga of this, not quite like, you know, the manga that they normally would make for this, but it was adapted from a light novel adaptation, then they made it into a manga, and then they made it into an anime. So this anime is an adaptation of an adaptation, if that makes sense. But anyway, during all of this, Rimuru has a heartfelt goodbye with the kids, tells them that he'll stop in and visit every once in a while because he's busy, but he will indeed stop in whenever he wants, and then gives Chloe his mask, and then gives everybody else special robes that Shuna made before departing, and discussing with Ranga about why he gave her the mask, and he reveals that he isn't entirely sure, but he felt that it was the right thing to do. So, yeah, this is a fitting end to the season, and I'm not entirely sure if they're going to make another season of this, but I would definitely like to see another season of this, and I will review it if one ever comes out. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know who is going to make any of this, but I'm interested to see where the rest of the series is going to go, and I may pick up the manga just to see. But we're only about a third of the way through the series, as I said. This is like the end of arc 4 or something, and there's like 10 of them plus a bonus arc. So yeah, we're definitely only scratched the surface, and they're definitely going to have to explore more of this, because they do have a pretty popular anime on their hands, and it would be a shame if they didn't pursue it further. But it does open up the possibility of a second season, because it feels final yet doesn't, because on the one hand it wraps up all the plot threads that have been going on throughout the season, well, for the most part, except for a couple, which involve Clayman and a couple other people. But yeah, with the exception of Clayman's arc, we've seen everything. So we're definitely going to be seeing more of Clayman in the future, and we're also going to be seeing who this new antagonist is. And I'm interested to see where that's going to go, because I have no idea, and it interests me. But yeah, for the most part, it's just the season finale, and it works. It works well because it gives us a montage of where Rimuru's been up to where he is now, and it also ties up, for the most part, a lot of plot threads that have been building up to this moment. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see where this is going to go. I don't know where it's going to go, but I am interested to see. So if you guys have seen this episode at that time I got reincarnated as a slime, what'd you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, be sure to support me on Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month, and it really helps me out, so I would definitely appreciate it if you did that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace! Alright. Alright.